debated because they involve members of parliament. Stephen, a very good morning.
Yes, good morning to you, Chris Higenyi. You know, from any time from now, we expect that the leader of People's Front for Transition, that is retired Colonel Dr. Kizza Besigye, will be arriving here with a prisoner's bus from Luzira. He is being charged for incitement to violence and has spent 2 weeks in Luzira. But here at the court, I've seen some lawyers from Lukwago and Kampala advocates already here trying to move up and down to see that this case goes ahead and he's given bail because it's his constitutional right. But now let me first speak to the Deputy Road Mayor, Doreen Nyanjula, who is here in her capacity as one of the members of People's Front for Transition. They are here to stand surety for Dr. Kizza Besigye. Good morning to you.
Good morning, and good morning to all NTV viewers.
You went to Luzira. In which state did you find Dr. Kizza Besigye?
Well, Dr. Kizza Besigye is the Dr. Kizza Besigye that all Ugandans know. He's a fighter, he's strong, and he encouraged us to continue with the struggle. So he's strong. And we expect if he's granted bail today, he's going to start from where he stopped. So he's the usual Dr. Kizza Besigye, the one who fights for the downtrodden. Yes.
He was taken back on the same charges that he was charged with, and when he is able to get out today, do you expect that maybe he will still go ahead with the struggle that he's on? Oh,
definitely. Now, why are we here in the first place? We are here in the first place because of the decision that was taken by the Kada magistrate, Asman Muhumuza. You know, it is very unfortunate that he convicted Dr. Kizza Besigye and the Honorable Mukaku even before he could hear their case. So that is very unfortunate. For me, I'm not a lawyer, but I know, honestly speaking, there is no way you can convict someone on assumptions, you know, that if Dr. Kizza Besigye is released, he's going to go back and he's going to go back on the streets and demand that a government needs to come up and do something about the hike in prices. So that was really very unfortunate. And for me, as the leader of the Red Card Women Brigade, we are here to stand in solidarity with our two leaders. And we are ready for whatever decision that is going to be given to us from the High Court. If he's granted bail, well and good, that is why we are here. If he's not granted bail, we shall not be intimidated, we shall not be let down. I hope you are aware, NTV was there yesterday. They arrested some of our activists for saying enough is enough and for demanding for the release of Dr. Kizza Besigye. So we are not going to be intimidated. These issues of remanding us, asking for cash bail, if that is meant to break our spirits, they are mistaken. I can assure you, today is the last day you're seeing me in suits. Tomorrow these suits are going to go off, the high heels are going to go off. If our leader is not granted bail today, we are honest, we are not going to sit. You know
this is part of the campaign that he leads, the wake-up call, but we know that Ugandans are experiencing hard times, many of them. At least when you move on the roads, the vehicles there, you see fewer vehicles than we had 3 months ago. But you still see, at least you who are at the front line, you, Honorable Mukaku, a few other women activists, and Dr. Besigye always putting out this campaign. And do you think this is a kind of a sign of betrayal, or Ugandans are still in slumber, as Dr. Besigye tries to say he wants to wake them up?
Well, I think Ugandans have been intimidated, and allow me inform the country that we also don't love being arrested. We also do not love being taken to Luzira and be feasted on by mosquitoes. We don't like being taken to Luzira and sleeping on that filthy floor. No, we do not like that. However, we cannot simply sit, you know, and say and fear that, you know, when you go on the streets we shall be arrested. So being brave is a choice, because I know there is a price that we pay. You know, when we don't speak out, I know there's also a price that we pay when we speak out. So we are going to pay a price for speaking out and acting, because if we do not act, then things are going to be worse. Yes, Ugandans are sleeping, and that is why we have started the wake-up call, and that is why Dr. Kizza Besigye launched the wake-up call, which should be embraced by all Ugandans that currently cannot even afford fees for their children, for Ugandans that currently cannot afford a kilo of posho. Can you imagine? A kilo of posho currently is at 4,000. Ugandans who cannot afford a bar of soap. So those are the people that need to get up, moving forward, starting today. and they show their dissatisfaction. This struggle is not about me, it's not about Dr. Besigye, it's not about Lukwago, it's about Ugandans that can no longer afford the basics of life.
You know, when we talk about the struggle and affordability of the costs, you know, the state maintains that when you go onto the streets with this wake-up call, you disrupt business. In fact, they say that you obstruct traffic, disrupt business, and also incite violence. These are charges that the government puts on you who are rallying the Ugandans, mobilizing them to wake up.
What do you expect the state to say? Especially a state that does not respect the constitution, the state that does not respect the rule of law. Definitely they will give excuses as such. Personally, I've been arrested 21 times and the charges have been consistent, you know, inciting violence, unlawful assembly, and I have never been convicted. So our constitutional rights need to be respected. You've never seen Dr. Besigye, for example, carrying a stone. You've never seen him disrupting any businesses. What is currently disrupting our businesses is the high cost of living. Our traders can no longer afford to pay rent for their shops, and that is why we are saying we are not going to be intimidated. The state should stop giving us excuses, you know. They should simply come out and offer solutions. If they cannot offer those solutions, then for us in the red card women, in the red card front, we shall provide those solutions. I am happy today we have a team of able lawyers led by Council Ernest Kalibala, we have Council Muizi, we have Council Wowe. The Lord Mayor is away, but still we have a competent team and we expect the best today. And
you know the government still maintains that you as activists are trying to topple the establishment, the government, and also some people when I move on the streets of Kampala, some people are saying that you as KCC, I take it to the other side of KCC, but also not helping them with the hardships they are in, the vendors who are trying also to come up just after the lockdown, trying to get something. They're also being chased away from the streets. It's a double tragedy for them. What should be done?
Trying to topple government?
From the artist side, activist side, that you're trying to topple the government. But then when you move on the streets, people are saying that, you know what, even the KCCA, where you even sit as the deputy mayor, you're also not giving them a solution, because those low-income earners are also being pushed out of the city. I'm talking about likes of the border raiders as well as the hawkers. What's the solution for these low-income earners?
Well, I'll first start with your question of toppling government. When Museveni wanted to overthrow government, he went to the bush. You know, but times have changed. We are civil Ugandans, and we are saying we are not going to use the bullet. We are saying we are going to use civil resistance, and we see the dictator out of power. So why should Museveni fear activists who are not armed, who are telling him, you know, sir, you have been in power for 36 years and you have failed the country? I thought he had better things to fear. So if he's intimidated, then that works for us. For me, that is even a sign of encouragement that we should continue with what we are doing. And you have talked about low-income earners. Personally, I'm an activist for the downtrodden. I'm an activist for the dregs of society. I'm an activist for the ordinary Ugandans, those that use 10,000 as their capital, you know, to buy mangoes, then they go and start hawking on the streets. Okay. Those are the people that I fight for. However, Ugandans need to know that they use the military. Imagine Museveni using the military to come and arrest a woman who is selling mangoes, you know, for 10,000. So that is very unfortunate, and we are going to continue fighting for these ordinary Ugandans who shall not be intimidated.
Thank you, Doreen Nyanjula Omtatina, the Deputy Lord Mayor, as well as the leader of the Women's Front, that is the Red Card Movement. Stephen Mbide on Fefeso Chibuga, we shall be updating you more on what's happening here at the High Court where Dr. Besigye is expected to be brought here to seek his constitutional right of bail. Stephen Mbide, handing you back to Chris Genya and Priscilla Regina in the studios.
Thank you very much, Stephen Mbide, for the update there on what is happening at the court. And of course, we shall give you the yellow for now. We won't administer a red card like the activist that you have.